Good day. Welcome to the online open hour for the Somerset College Senior School. I'm Vanessa Bourne, Admissions Liaison at Somerset College here in Somerset West, nestled in the beautiful Cape Winelands. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. While we enjoy welcoming visitors to our beautiful campus, an online session allows us to reach parents and students from all around the world. We have an exciting program lined up for you today, and no matter where you are, we hope that it will inspire you to book a tour and visit us at the school. Let's start at the top and meet our executive head, Jacques Null, who will give us an overview of the school and tell us what we do and who we are at Somerset College. Somerset College is based in the Cape Winelands, and our beautiful campus provides the backdrop for nurturing and developing young minds. Jacques, what words of encouragement would you give to parents who are considering an application for their child to Somerset College?
Thank you, Vanessa. I think when choosing a school, it's really important to look at the overall product and the overall offering. Naturally, school is all about academics, but Somerset College, other than being blessed with the absolute serene surroundings, you have to literally pinch yourself every day. Somerset College is more than a school. It's a start of a lifelong journey. It's where your legacy starts. I think the offering, other than top-end academics, the bouquet of opportunities that the school provides to our students is absolutely out of this world. We create lifelong learners, global citizens. We advocate for innovation and creativity. We create leaders. We create students that are self-sustaining. But I think overall, most importantly, we try and create an environment where students and children can be happy and where they can create wonderful memories.
Apart from the goal of educating our students, what are the goals and ultimately the vision for the school?
I think it's obviously to be a school of excellence, but again, to be a school that creates opportunities, a school where students become global citizens, where they can take their rightful place in society. And actually, it's an avenue and a channel where we have to prepare them for the world after school. Yeah. And I really feel that's what sets Somerset College apart from all the other schools. Our students perform exceptionally well at tertiary institutions. They are studying across the globe. So it's wonderful to hear all those success stories. But I think for us as a school, once again, is to create happy children, an environment, a sense of belonging, and to own your journey. And again, to be on that journey with them is really a privilege for us as staff. Our staff are super dedicated, super experienced. They are known as experts, not just in the IB, but in the Cambridge space. And students across the globe speak with fondness and with a lot of excitement and good memories of our staff.
We are a Christian school, and our motto is Pietas. What are the values that we instill in our students and project to the world as well?
Well, I think for those who are listening in on this, Pietas is to be of service to the community. And that's exactly what we try and do. The school's values are aspiration, dignity, contribution, and creativity. And those are the values we try and instill in our students. On top of that, respect for ourselves, our community, for others, to be an inclusive school, to be a school where we celebrate one another, where we treat each other with respect, as I've mentioned, but to be innovative. I think creativity is very much at the core of our being. We're a 21st century school. We're really, the service we provide is all around creativity and innovation. But again, to give back to our community is really, really important to us. It's close to our heart, and to make a difference. Obviously, in-reach and outreach is both equally important. But I think to aspire to greatness and to develop a future for yourself is really, really close to our hearts.
Jacques, thank you very much for giving that overview of the school as well as the ethos. And I know that our students are definitely challenged every day to think beyond what their limits are and to go out and change the world for better. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa.
I'm very pleased to introduce our next two guests who are significant because they are students at Somerset College. They are Ava Retief and Takunda Mapenzure, both grade 11 students, and they're here to tell us what it's truly like to be students at Somerset College. Ava, what do you love the most about attending Somerset College?
I think one of the most amazing things about attending Somerset College is the amount of opportunities which we have here, whether it be committees, sports, living here even as a boarder myself, and just being able to make friends that are maybe across the world or just new people in general.
You've been with Somerset College since grade 8.
Yes, I have. I've been a boarder since grade 8 in Founders House, which is the girls' boarding house at Somerset College.
And looking back, what are the most memorable times you've had here and maybe the most important lessons you've learned?
I think one of the most important lessons that I've learned is teamwork and as well as leadership. Being able to work with people that I've never worked with before, or I don't know that well as being able to take every opportunity as it comes. I think that's really important.
Apart from the academic aspect of life at Somerset College, extracurricular activities are encouraged. What do you enjoy the most about the extracurricular activities?
I think I love doing sports, so I think the facilities that we have here are absolutely astounding, and I think there's really something for everyone. Whether you're a sports person or a music person or drama, there's really something for everyone here, and I think that's what makes Somerset College truly super special.
What sport do you participate in?
I play netball and I play tennis, and then we've recently started girls football, and I've also been playing that.
Somerset College has a beautiful campus, but it also has a vibrant campus life. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So as a boarder who came in grade 8, I've had the privilege and opportunity to connect with people across the grades as well as across the world, really. So I think for me it's truly special to see a smile on everyone's faces, and I think because there's so much opportunity and so much that you can take part in, I think that really makes this a special place for everyone. Every single person here can do something that they love.
So starting in grade 8, you would have gone to grade 9, and that would mean track.
Yes.
What is your memory of track, and what was that experience like for you?
I think track is one of the most amazing opportunities out there. I think you really learn a lot about yourself as well as others in your group, and especially learning to deal with people that you don't necessarily know that well, and planning in terms of food and so on. I think the physical challenge is there, but I think it's made for every single person to overcome track.
Somerset College is 27 years old. How has the school changed and developed in the time that you've been part of the college?
Well, in my personal experience, I think the college has become a lot more inclusive in terms of different religions or people's beliefs, and I think just the amount of people in the school as well. And then also for me, the library, they redid the library while I was here, and I think it's just an amazing new addition to the college, and I think that is a place where a lot of our students love to go in terms of studying as well as just being there as a family.
Takunda, what do you love the most about being at Somerset College?
Well, what I love the most about being at Somerset College is all the opportunities present here and all the staff that specialize in the areas. For example, if I want to take sports seriously, there are some great sports staff here who will put 100% effort into making sure I get the best experience possible. And same with other extracurriculars such as drama. So that's my favorite part about being here at Somerset College.
When did you join Somerset College?
Well, I joined Somerset College back in grade 8, and then I joined the boarding house in grade 9.
Looking back, what are your best memories and the lessons that you've learned during your time here?
Well, my best memories have to include like the Pops concert, for example, as I feel that was like the most supportive environment I've ever been in. Going into it, I was very nervous that all of the other performers would have been judging each other, but then it turned out to be an environment where everyone really wanted everyone to do well, so then that's why it's such a fond memory of mine. And the lessons I've learned as my time here has been definitely independence and self-discipline, as to be involved in so many extracurriculars whilst maintaining a high academic portfolio. I have to make sure I'm independent and take responsibility for my learning, whilst also being disciplined to set time aside to take part in my various areas.
So apart from the academic aspect of life here, the extracurricular program has a lot to offer. What do you enjoy the most about that program?
Well, what I enjoy is the vast array of extracurriculars here and how all of them are taking to the next level in the sense of if you sign up for a drama play, it'll be such a high production and you can really tell everyone's really invested. So you feel all of your efforts are going towards something bigger than yourself. And that's what I really enjoy is how they always put 100% effort into all of the extracurriculars.
The school is 27 years old and it's developed and changed quite a lot in that time. How have you seen it change and develop since you've joined in grade 8?
Well, since I joined in grade 8, I remember coming and seeing this big ESTEAM center and I didn't know what it was all about. Mm-hmm. But then as the years have gone on through the various ESTEAM weeks, we can clearly see the space it's being used really well and they're really taking advantage of all of the resources.
There is a vibrant campus life here at Somerset College.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit more about how you experience it.
Well, being a student, when you walk around, there's always friendly faces and everyone's always excited as there's always something going on. And it's just it's such a supportive school, as in the students, and not only the students, but also the teachers. As if you want extra help and extra lessons for any class, you can just ask your teacher and they're always more than willing to assist you. So I really find that to be really helpful. And you can really tell they don't just teach you for the sake of teaching, but they actually care about each individual and they want you to excel to the best of your potential. Yeah.
Do you feel that Somerset College is equipping you for the future once you leave after that final matric paper?
Definitely, as I feel, in this various areas of the school, whether it be sport, drama, and academics, there's always teachers that are giving you the best possible equipment for your career in the future. So it's now opened various doors, not just one, and I can clearly see that Somerset College, it sets you up to do great things in the future, and it also gives you the opportunity to pick from a variety of things, and not just give you one straight direction.
Ava and Takunda, thank you so much for sharing your experiences of what it's like to be a student at Somerset College. Administering and implementing the academic offering at Somerset College is our Head of Academics and Pastoral Affairs, Tasman Jewell. Tasman, what curriculum does Somerset College offer?
Well, Somerset College offers the IEB curriculum. So that's the International Examinations Board curriculum. Mm-hmm. It's a program that's been running for 37 years here in South Africa. It's globally recognized. And interestingly, in the last 2 to 3 years, the IEB has actually extended into an international senior certificate. Mm-hmm. So they're increasing their program on the African continent as well as overseas. In addition to the IEB, we also offer the Cambridge program, and that runs on what we say an AS and an A level, mm-hmm. Equivalent to our grade 11 and 12s. So how that works is when our students finish grade 10, mm-hmm. They have the opportunity to continue with grade 11 and 12 in the IEB, or they can branch into our Cambridge system AS and A levels, which is quite an accelerated program. I think we're very fortunate to offer both of those programs here at Somerset College. It's not successfully done by many schools in South Africa. The amount of collaboration and cross-pollination between students and staff from IEB and Cambridge really enriches our academic culture here at school.
When students complete their final year, their matric year, what qualification do they have when they've done that?
When our students complete the IEB curriculum, they receive what we call a National Senior Certificate, an NSC Pass. And the NSC Pass actually has 3 different levels according to your achievements. And the lowest level is just a higher certificate pass, which is not highly valuable. The second one is what we call a Diploma Pass, and that will give students access to technicons, for example. And then, of course, the sought-after one is the Bachelor Degree Pass. And the Bachelor Degree Pass is the one that gives students access to tertiary institutions of their choice. We're very proud here at Somerset College because we've received a 100% Bachelor Degree Pass in our 27-year history, which means that every single student who has left our campus has had access to tertiary institution. But I think what I would like to add to that question, if you wouldn't mind, is that it's not just about the qualification. I think a huge amount of work goes into preparing students with the skills to be able to cope with the rigor of tertiary institutions. It's a very big gap for students who are not adequately prepared. And I also think it's very important for us here at Somerset College that our students don't only leave with a Bachelor Degree Pass, but that they leave as well-rounded individuals.
You deal with both academics and pastoral affairs. Why this particular combination?
Well, I think it's a bit of a cliche, but I also think it's very true that happy students are successful students. I also think it's true to say that academics is not always the most popular aspect of school for teenagers. It's also not always the most popular aspect of school for the parents of teenagers. And then adolescence itself, and we are dealing with adolescence on a high school level. Adolescence itself is fraught with mental health challenges, neurodiversity, friendship ups and downs, and then what I often refer to as teenage monosyllabic apathy. And therefore, I think it's absolutely vital to be looking at different aspects of their life. So I think, you know, the quality of the staff for me is a massive pillar. So the staff are part of those stakeholders, that triangle as such, which obviously includes the students and the parents. And I think we're fortunate with the students who join our community, who seek opportunity and who seek participation and who often want to give back, which I think we're very blessed with. And then the other part of the stakeholders is undoubtedly our parents. And you know, parents play a massive role in their students' lives, and the amount of support that they have to provide for their children is immense. And I think we're very fortunate in the way that our parents also support our staff. If you look at our Parents Association reps, for example, and the support that they provide to every grade, that's immense. So, yeah, that was a lot, but I would say that's the first pillar of our academic program, which is undoubtedly our stakeholders. I think probably as the second pillar of our academic program, I would look at our wide offering that we have here at Somerset College. Again, we're very fortunate. Our grade 8s and 9s offer 12 subjects. That's a full program. It's a very full program. But in that full program, it also offers a huge amount of opportunities, exposure, and again, a large amount of participation and purpose. On an FET level, which is the further education and training, grade 10, 11 and 12, our students have to choose 7 subjects. But with our wide offering, they can choose from 20.
Wow, that's a lot.
Which is massive, right? Not only can they choose from 20, but here at college we have what we call is a student-centered timetable. Now, that sounds simple, but student-centered timetable means that our students can choose whatever 7 subjects fits their choice. This results in us having, believe it or not, over 1,300 different subject combinations in grade 10, 11 and 12. So you can imagine the timetable then that goes into
It's an
that.
extensive spreadsheet.
Right. Yes, so I think that wide offering is big.
And the final pillar?
Well, I'm going to put in another 2 if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, well,
right, because we're going to have 4. But I would definitely say that our third pillar is, if I can say, proof, right? It's all very well talking about all of these things and talking about human capacity and talking about purpose, but I think a strong academic program needs to prove itself, and we need to produce results.
Yes.
So I think the results for me is that third pillar. And at college we are extremely proud of our high academic standards as well as our results. The fourth one, Vanessa, which I'm not going to let go, is not actually mine to discuss, but I do need to mention that, and that is innovation and enrichment. Going into the 5th industrial revolution, or Industry 5.0, we have to be flexible, we have to adapt to the times, and that's where innovation comes in, and I'm sure that during this morning you'll be hearing about our really great ESTEAM program, and that's the 4th pillar of academics.
Tasman, thank you for that wonderful deep dive into the academics that are offered here at Somerset College. As she mentioned, we also offer the Cambridge program, and we are about to watch a video about the Cambridge program presented by the director of the Cambridge program here at Somerset College, Gareth Tucker.
So here at Somerset College we are based in the Western Cape in the Helderberg region, which is a lovely area of the Western Cape and quite close to Cape Town and quite close to Cape Town International Airport, which makes it very handy and useful for our international students. In 2015 we started the Cambridge program here, which runs parallel to our local grade 11 and grade 12 years, so offering the AS and A2, which culminates in the international A-level for 17 and 18-year-old students. Somerset College is also a boarding school, and we offer boarding to both boys and girls, where we have 60 beds for boys and 60 beds for girls. Even though we are an IEB school and we run the Cambridge program in parallel to the grade 11 and 12 years, we try and integrate our IEB students and the Cambridge students as much as possible. Any Cambridge student coming and joining us for the AS year would have the same opportunities as any IEB student that may have been here since the beginning of grade 8. This means that they can still put their names forward for leadership positions, they can still be prefects, they can still be heads of portfolio, they can still take part in sports and cultural activities, they can be part of the jazz band, they can be part of our Pops concert. So a Cambridge student coming in, no matter where they're coming in from, can still take part and take advantage of all the opportunities offered here at Somerset College. As a Cambridge International School, we offer the Cambridge A-Level program as a 2-year staged route. This means that students will follow the AS program in the first year, essentially our grade 11 year, and then doing the A2 in the second year, which is essentially our grade 12 or our matric year. So this allows our Cambridge students to get a full A-Level qualification at the end of 2 years, which means that they get their full international A-Level at the same time that they would have achieved their matric certification here in South Africa. The examinations that we write here are during the October-November series of examinations offered by Cambridge, which means that our year starts in January and ends in November. Right, the subjects offered here at Somerset College are all about trying to make sure that our students have the correct subject choices for local universities, in other words for universities close to us here in South Africa, where they have to follow the subject choices required by USAF. And we also try and make sure that our students have the correct subject combinations for international study. So in our AS year, students will do 4 or 5 subjects depending on what they've done prior to that, whether they have a grade 10 or an IGCSE, for example. And in their second year, they can do 3 or 4 subjects at A-level. And this then allows them to cover all the bases of either studying locally here in South Africa or going abroad with an international qualification. So as mentioned earlier, in the Somerset College program, the classes are a little bit smaller than what we have in IEB. We try and keep the class average to around about 14, 15 students per class, and this allows a really good relationship to be formed between teachers and students, and allows the students to ask questions and to be more engaged with the class or with the teacher and the subject matter. So behind me you'll see we have currently a further maths class running, and the further maths class is obviously a smaller group of students, but what we have here is one of our teachers who is highly qualified in maths and has also lectured at university level.
I love the teachers. They're very good at teaching, and I found it very easy to communicate with them. And I also like the aspect of being close to them, because we do have smaller classes, so it's more personal, and I think that really helped me to talk to them or ask questions.
So the student body at Somerset College in the Cambridge program is made up largely of local students, where we have students from our current grade 10 group, but also from students in South African schools, currently in South African schools, who have opted to join our Cambridge program here. A large percentage of our students also come from various countries around the world.
I chose the Cambridge system because before I came to Somerset College, I used to study in England. And I was very used to the Cambridge system, doing GCSE and things like that. So when I came here, I was glad that they offered Cambridge, because after doing grade 10, which was the IEB system, I figured that doing the Cambridge system fit me more than doing the IEB system.
Say that since we started this Cambridge program, we have had a number of students who have placed first in the world in a number of top subjects such as mathematics and economics and English and Afrikaans. It is really pleasing to see these students go on to greater things at universities, either here in South Africa or around the world. As a result of these excellent results that we've achieved over the years, we have a number of top students who are making application to come join us in the Cambridge program here. Here in the Somerset College Cambridge program, we have a saying that is, remember your why. This is because it is a challenging program for our students as they write exams at the end of the first year and the second year. So it is an accelerated program.
And going forward into university, it's going to make it so much easier. Mr. Tucker once told us that it's not about getting in university, it's about getting through university. And Cambridge really propels you.
How are we going to help students achieve this? Is by having experienced teachers, a solid program that has been running for 8 years, and a vast knowledge of what is required in the Cambridge curriculum. This means that at Somerset College we have all the tools in place to help students remember their why and to achieve their goals.
We have the best teachers that are experienced in Cambridge and in teaching the way it should be taught.
Our extensive academic offering continues to develop students for success in an ever-changing global setting. Claire Searle, Director of ESTEAM and Curriculum Innovation, tells us more. When driving onto the Somerset College campus, the very first building that you will see is our impressive ESTEAM building. Claire, what does ESTEAM stand for?
It stands for Entrepreneurship, Science, Technology, Engineering, Art and Mathematics. And you mentioned the fact that it's the first building that you see as you drive onto the campus. I think that this shows our commitment to innovation at Somerset College, and that's why it's positioned first. As you enter the school, it's the first thing that you see.
How is ESTEAM incorporated into the curriculum at the school?
Well, ESTEAM runs during the school day in normal lesson time for every student in the school, from grade 000 to grade 11. So I think that's something really special about ESTEAM at Somerset College. It's not an extra or a nice to have or an add-on, but it actually is, it's for every student and runs during the school day. So it's for every student, and that's very much part of our offering. In addition to that, there are clubs for those who are really interested in rocketry and in robotics and entrepreneurship, and we've just added esports to the offering. So there are clubs that run after school, but ESTEAM runs for every student during the course of the day.
And how is the ESTEAM subject incorporated into the normal curriculum, the everyday curriculum, the subjects that we know of every day, like maths and science? How is it incorporated?
Right, so we do cross-curricular projects with other subjects, for example, history and French and biology and some of the other subjects. So we will then plan a cross-curricular project. It'll be done partly in ESTEAM and partly during lesson time. And I could give you a few examples of that.
Please do, yeah.
Well, recently the French oral, for example, which used to be an explanation of getting around Paris and some of the sites in Paris, was improved to be the students actually built the city and then coded a robot. So as they gave directions, the robot moved around the city of Paris. So that's one example of
So it was coded in French?
Well, coded in code.
Okay.
And then some of them spoke French, yes. The microbits, you can code letters and language to show up on the microbit, and that was in French, yes.
Why is the ESTEAM subject important to the curriculum, to have it?
It's really part of our holistic offering. So as we value sport and outdoor education and the art and cultural sphere, we place explicit focus and value on STEM, STEAM, and entrepreneurship as critical to our students' development. Within that, there's also a focus on innovation and creative thinking, in addition to incorporating technological skills to really give our students a competitive advantage in a dynamic future.
Now we've lined up some key staff members to introduce you to our extracurricular program, Sports, Art and Culture. Let me introduce you to Alwyn Brink, Deputy Head of Sport and Discipline. Tell us more about the sports ethos at Somerset College.
At Somerset College, it's a holistic education, and for that reason, all students have to play sport. So we have both a summer and a winter sport that they sign up for, and it doesn't matter if it's at a competitive level or just something that you enjoy doing, as long as you participate. We focus mostly on team sports, and it's also a way that you can contribute to the school when we go and compete against other schools.
Some of the students at Somerset College have achieved incredible accomplishments on the sports field. Can you share some of those with us?
Yeah, we've got some amazing sportsmen and sportswomen. Just recently, David Ribbons was selected in the England squad playing rugby here on our own field. We've had some Olympians in the past, Leanne Peirce for rowing, Jessica Bengele for swimming. But every year we produce a number of provincial athletes, especially hockey and cricket. Our rowing club remains very, very strong and represents us in the Western Cape team. So yeah, we're extremely proud of them. But but it's just not just the top athletes.
I was going to ask, is it just about achievement and talent, or is sport also done for the enjoyment and the team spirit and the other wonderful skills that one can learn from sport?
I think that is it, and that's why sport's compulsory. It's the also the cognitive development. Being out there with your peers, getting the feedback, positive and negative, and having to deal with it and grow from it. And yes, everyone's got a space. Those that just wants to come out and have fun and run around and improve their skills with their mates. And cater for those that's at the top end of their game.
Alwyn, Somerset College is blessed with some world-class sports facilities. Can you expand a bit on these and how they benefit the students?
Yeah, I think we are blessed with a beautiful campus with huge sports fields. There's just so much space to go out and be active, and I think it encourages the students to get out there. We've got an amazing indoor cricket centre where students can train throughout the year, and I think it's testament to the achievements of the various age groups. Our beautiful Astro, and I can say we're planning on putting down a second one, which I think is going to help us even more. We've got a full-size swimming pool for students to play, and we focus mostly on the water polo there. So the facilities are here, the students are enjoying them, and we're seeing it in the results of our team and the individuals.
What about rowing? If we haven't got a dam that's equipped for rowing right here on the premises, what do we do when they can't go to a dam for rowing?
Yeah, so we cater for the rowers on campus by having a very beautiful gym that they use and train on the ergos. But being on the ergos is not enough. So we bus them out to Grabo, which is just over the mountains, about 35 minutes drive from here. And every afternoon they'll travel out there and they go do their training in that beautiful surroundings.
Thank you very much, Alvain, for that insight into the sports program at Somerset College. And we're now going to watch a short video which will give you a visual overview of the sports facilities on campus.
When you drive through the entrance to Somerset College, some of the first things you'll see are our extensive sports facilities. So let's take a closer look at what's on offer in terms of sport at Somerset College. Our indoor cricket centre has 4 bowling lanes, so our cricketers can train summer and winter. The building also houses our rowing gym, where students alternate training on ergo rowing machines with skimming over the waters at the Aikenhof Dam at Elgin. Hockey is a major sport at Somerset College, both indoors in our extensive hall in the summer and on our grass fields and astroturf in the winter. Our swimming pool can be heated, extending the training season for swimming and water polo, which is also a very popular sport for both girls and boys. Our squash courts are open to students from grade 6 upwards, and our tennis courts double up as netball courts in the winter. The last remaining vineyard at the school provides a beautiful route for our cross-country athletes, while aspiring golfers are able to play at De Zolzer Golf Course on a weekly basis throughout the year. And our cricketers and rugby players play on fields that must have some of the best views in the country. Somerset College is a relatively small school compared with many of our sports competitor schools in the area, but our first-class facilities and the expertise of experienced specialist coaches has enabled us to punch above our weight.
From the sports field to cultural activities, and Somerset College offers students the opportunity to explore their artistic talents. We're going to talk to David Orr, Director of Music here at Somerset College, about art, design, music and drama. Somerset College has a vibrant cultural department, both academically and for co-curricular activities. David, but what if a student hasn't chosen any of these disciplines, art, music, design, drama? How do you recommend they proceed?
Well, in grade 8 and 9, they get a choice. They have to do 2 of the arts. So there's an option of doing visual art, music, or dramatic arts. They have to choose 2 of those. So at a broad level, everybody gets exposed to culture in some shape or form in grade 8 and 9. And that really launches both our co-curricular program and also our academic program, because in grade 10, they can choose to take any one of those 3 subjects. And in addition, there's also design, which gets introduced.
Have you found that students who thought they weren't artistic or creative discover it because they've got to choose that in 8 and 9?
Well, hopefully every student discovers a degree of creativity and develops a degree of creativity too, because we're not actually training them to be professional artists necessarily, but we are hopefully turning them into artists with what they do with their lives.
Tell us a little bit more about the subjects that can be chosen.
So in grade 10, from grade 10 to grade 12, the options are to take in the cultural space is design, visual art, music and dramatic arts. So those are separate from what might happen in the co-curricular space. Theatre is a feature of our annual program. Music is also a prominent feature of what we offer at the school. And so regardless of what a student chooses as part of their subject package for grade 12, they can still participate in a comprehensive program in the co-curricular space.
Can you expand a little bit more on those opportunities that are beyond the classroom that students can make use of?
So in the drama space, theatre space, every year there's a inter-house play festival. There's also an annual production, and those are open to any student in the school. In the musical space, what we try to do is we actually are using the grade 8 and 9 space to train, to create our ensembles. So in the academic classroom, all students taking music are channeled into some kind of an ensemble, and that then results in participation further up in the jazz band, in the resonance ensemble, which is string-based, or whether it's singing, choral, marimba, drumline. They're quite a wide variety of activities. So in addition to the theatre productions, in the musical space, one of our particular highlights of the year is an event called POPs, which has been going for the past 20 years and is an example of a really successful education initiative that's kind of grown a momentum all of its own. As an example of how well received this is, in 2023, 45 bands auditioned for this event. In 2024, 55 bands auditioned, of whom 28 were selected. But this is a platform where there's an extraordinary variety of student coordinated ensembles. I think what's particularly striking, apart from the music and the enthusiasm around it, is the development of 21st century skills, collaboration, teamwork, time management, marketing, working out what that competitive edge is going to be to get into the program. And really, I think that is one of the strengths or the opportunities which comes with cultural education in a school like this, is that you are not only participating in something which hopefully is life-giving, it's also something which is preparing you for life in whatever your chosen path might be.
Living in the beautiful Western Cape, we are spoiled for choice when it comes to outdoor activities. And Somerset College has embraced the opportunity to expand learning beyond the conventional classroom. We welcome back Alwyn Brink, Head of Outdoor Education. Alwyn, how important is the outdoor education program at Somerset College?
Yeah, outdoor education is one of the pillars of Somerset College. There's quite a big aspect of development that you cannot teach in a classroom. And being out in nature, surrounded by nature, gives the students really the opportunity to discover themselves, to build leadership, to stretch themselves physically and mentally. And those are things that in a formal classroom setup can never take place.
How's the program expanded to students, or how do they benefit from the program throughout their time at senior college?
Yeah, so I think it's important to note that the program starts in grade 1 and works all the way through. But by the time we get them in grade 8, they arrive from various schools who all have their different programs. And then we start with our own program, where every year they have got a camp that is focused on that year groups and the needs of those year groups. If it's getting to know each other in grade 8 to build the camaraderie that is needed, or maybe more leadership that's a focus on our grade 11 camp. It's tailored for them and also fit it into the specific time period of the year. And then we try to take them to different parts of the Western Cape so they can see this beautiful country that we live in.
The flagship program at Somerset College in the outdoor education program is track. Tell us a little bit more. How long is it? What does it entail? Which students do track?
It's definitely our flagship. It's for our grade 9s, our 15-year-olds, and it's a 360-kilometer journey that they need to complete in 27 days. This journey consists out of hiking, cycling and paddling, and it takes us through a journey of the Western Cape. I'm not going to give away our route. That's our secret. But we love to talk about the activities and experience of these students. So they have to carry all their camping equipment with them. So they leave here with a full backpack that's very heavy for them to carry. And they return back 27 days later fit. They discovered, and a beautiful relationship has developed, not just within the group, but also with their parents through the letters that they write home.
So no communication with cell phones and modern technology. It's all old-fashioned handwriting.
It is indeed that. They've got one phone call home halfway through the journey, but the rest we've got a postal service with letters that's coming home to granny and to mum and to dad, and even to their friends that they can write.
I think that parents are going to be asking this question about track. I can't get my child up in the mornings for school. How on earth do you expect them to now walk for 20 plus days over 300 kilometers and do this and actually come back? How do you get students to do this?
I think the answer is simple, is that the program's designed for them to be able to complete it. And we get the helping of experts to assist them and to guide them. Each group has got 2 adults with them full-time that stays with them the duration of the time to guide them. And even before we depart, we give them the necessary training and equipment that they'll use during this journey. And I think we're proud to say that most, if not all, our students make the journey every year, and they come back better for it.
Thank you, Alvain. Our track program as well as our outdoor education program sounds absolutely phenomenal. And I believe that our alumni also repeatedly say how they loved that part of their time at Somerset College.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
While the majority of our students are local, many are from around the globe. And if you are considering boarding as an option for your teenager, we can look forward to meeting the heads of our boarding houses, Cindy van der Berg and Hilton Toro. Living in the boarding house means that there is laundry. Cindy, many parents are disappointed to hear that their children are not going to be doing their own laundry. Tell us more.
Well, that is an option, but during the week, the boarders have the opportunity to hand in their laundry twice a week and their bedding once a week as well. So each boarder would be able to hand in their clothing on a Monday and a Wednesday if they're a boy, and a Tuesday and a Thursday if they're a girl, and their bedding on a Friday. But we have recently opened the opportunity for them to do their own washing over weekends.
Okay, so they can opt to learn how to do their own laundry.
Yes, they could.
Now, load shedding is a very real reality in South Africa, and for a while we've been load shedding free. So if it returns, what happens when there's a power outage at the boarding house and boarders say, well, we can't do our homework, there's no power?
Yes, that is a favourite line, but thankfully we do not experience load shedding at boarding. At Somerset College, we have both a generator and a solar-powered backup system, so the Wi-Fi just kicks back in, and we are very thankful for that.
And homework can continue.
Exactly.
Many of our students who board with us come from various parts of the globe. Hilton, over weekends, what happens in the boarding house? How many students actually stay in the boarding house over weekends? Are students alone at the time?
Well, no. You know, sometimes the boarding house is filled by a third of them because of various activities that happen within the school. As the boarding house, we are the heart of the school. As you would expect, we carry the spirit of the school. So many of the times that the boarders that do stay over weekends, they are not alone. There is many of them in boarding. And if there's no sport, what we normally do is that we organize trips to the shopping centers where they can buy extra tack that they need. And we also organize activities as well, whether it is hiking, if it is a hot day, we go to the beach, and we can pick up some strawberries down the road as well.
Fantastic. So it's a really busy time over a weekend for students as well in the boarding house.
It is, eh? And I would say to any boarder that wants to come out here, come and experience the boarding life at Somerset College, and you'll enjoy it.
There are two boarding houses at Somerset College, Founders House for girls and Vineyard House for boys.
Most of us joined boarding in grade 8, possibly leaving home for the first time and not knowing what to expect.
Right from the start, we had an opportunity for bonding and to settle in.
We are required to stay in for the first weekend to enjoy activities with the boarding house staff.
Here, your fellow boarders soon turn into your siblings, and here we go to a school where we mature and live in a nurturing environment.
We encourage to personalise our rooms with our own bedding to help create a more homely feel.
We have to keep our rooms tidy and expect to be punctual.
Having friends from all over the world is one of the coolest things about boarding.
We have boarders from Mozambique, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Lesotho, UAE and Bermuda, and have previously hosted students from Ireland, Italy, Germany and France.
Although your real family may be far, boarding feels like family.
nursing sister is responsible for taking care of the sick and administering daily medication. Cleaning of the houses is managed by a team of cleaning staff. For the boarders' safety, the college makes use of a fingerprint access control system. Security guards are on duty 24/7. During second break, boarders receive lunch in the dining hall. The heads of boarding, head students of both houses, and the kitchen manager meet regularly to ensure that good catering standards are maintained.
Here we can go into young adults and learn responsibility and to be independent.
We learn to manage our time and to balance academic and sports.
Since we live at boarding, we have the added bonus of all the facilities within walking distance.
Everything here is made to make us feel comfortable and at home.
Each house has a common room with a small kitchen area and television facilities. All meals are provided in the dining room, and catering is managed by our in-house team of caterers. The boarding house staff is committed to supporting the students. Their love and care, the delicious meals prepared by the catering staff, and having a feeling of security and comfort makes their home away from home a truly wonderful place. Sharing their experiences makes them a tight-knit family. Typical outings for the students, under the supervision of the boarding staff, include going to the beach, shopping centres, Waterstone Village is the closest centre, the cinema, V&A Waterfront, Lawrenceford Night Market, Stellenbosch, and hiking in the Helderberg.
The Somerset College boarding experience offers us a balanced quality of life.
Here we live as a family and become lifelong friends. Shall we go?
I think we should. What subjects did you have today?
What was yours?
I had triple double.
I hope that the talks and videos have given you a good picture of who we are and how we do high school at Somerset College, as well as how important your child is to us. If you have any questions arising from what you've seen and heard here today, please email admissions@somcol.co.za. I'm hoping that your number one question is, what do I do now and how do I apply? To make application, visit our website. Click on the Admissions tab and the online application form will be in the drop-down menu. Once we receive your application, we can get the process started. Upon receipt of your application for your child, their name is placed on the waiting list. All applicants to Somerset College write our placement assessments in mathematics and English. Once we receive feedback from the academic committee, a meeting is arranged for the student and parents to meet with the head of academics and, in the case of boarding, with the head of the relevant boarding house. An offer of place is made subject to the decision made by the academic committee. We have come to the end of our open hour program. Thank you for setting aside the time to be with us today. If you would like to see and experience Somerset College, we invite you to book a tour. Visit the Admissions tab and you'll find the online tour booking facility there. We look forward to welcoming you to Somerset College. Please remember to check out our website and follow us on social media. There's always something happening. Thank you for being with us today. Goodbye for now.